Welcome back, the followers of Stoic wisdom by Zeno. The world isn't designed to arm you with the truth about attraction, relationships, or what it means to stand tall as a man. You've been told to expose your feelings, bend your will, and offer your power on a silver platter for validation. And where has that left you? Forgotten, sidelined, and overlooked. The truth is bitter but liberating. The rules they sold you were never meant to help you win. Let me be clear, this isn't about manipulation or cheap tactics. This is about fortifying your mind and soul. Women aren't drawn to men who beg or break. They crave men who command respect with their presence and who live by principles sharper than any blade. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." Imagine life as a battlefield, and your emotions the weapon your opponents wish to disarm. Without mastery over yourself, you are a servant to chaos, chasing approval and losing the respect you seek. A ship lost in turbulent seas doesn't inspire confidence. It drowns. But the man who becomes his own anchor, who stands still while storms rage, becomes a beacon others cling to. Women test not because they're cruel, but because instinct demands it. They probe to find cracks in your armor, to see if you can stand firm under the weight of their doubts. If you crumble, you lose. But when you maintain your frame, calm, resolute, unshaken, they sense your strength and lean toward it. This isn't a call to play games, it's a challenge to elevate yourself. Stop being the man who waits for approval. Become the man who doesn't need it. Lead your life with stoic purpose, and the world, women included, will take notice. Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't hesitate. Your voice matters, and we want to hear your perspective. If you're not sure what to say, simply write, "Strength is my foundation." Let's grow together. Like and subscribe to Stoic Wisdom by Zeno for more transformative insights. Lesson 1. How women push buttons to test men. Weathering the emotional storm. Life, like the sea, is rarely calm. Storms come in waves, unexpected and intense, testing the sturdiness of the vessel. In relationships, women often bring these storms, not out of malice, but instinct. They push, prod, and test, like a blacksmith striking steel, to see if the man they're with bends or holds firm. A weak man snaps under pressure. A strong man remains unmoved, like a lighthouse guiding ships safely to shore. But why do women test? Is it manipulation? Is it insecurity? The answer is simpler than it seems. It's survival. Women are wired to seek stability, leadership, and strength. They want to know if the man they're with can endure life's inevitable challenges. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Women test men to discover if their strength is real or a fragile illusion. Imagine this. You're on a date, and she says something biting. "You're not my usual type." A lesser man might falter, scrambling to explain himself or win her favor. But a high-value man knows his worth isn't dictated by her words. He smiles, leans back and says, "Good thing I'm not trying to fit in." Confidence, calmness, and wit. These are the traits of a man who understands the game and doesn't shy away from it. Stoicism teaches us to detach from the whims of others. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, emphasized enduring challenges with reason and calm. When tested, the Stoic man doesn't react emotionally. Instead, he observes, decides, and acts only when necessary. Testing isn't a threat, it's a gift. It allows you to showcase your steadiness. The untested man never knows his strength. Consider another scenario. She cancels plans at the last minute. The weak man floods her with texts, seeking validation, asking what went wrong. The Stoic man. He acknowledges her decision with grace, adjusts his evening, and continues on his path. As Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. She doesn't lose interest because of the change in plans. She loses respect when you crumble under her actions. Many men misinterpret these tests, believing women are trying to undermine them. They aren't. They're searching for reassurance, proof that you're the kind of man who can stand firm under fire. The moment you lose your temper, beg for answers, or show neediness, you reveal cracks in your armor. Respect evaporates, and with it, attraction. Women seek a rock, not a reed that bends in every breeze. But how do you endure these tests without feeling like a pawn in someone else's game? The answer lies in self-mastery. Build your frame, your mindset, values, and sense of purpose, so strong that no external event can shake it. Think of yourself as a mountain. Wind may howl, rain may pour, but the mountain stands firm, unyielding, eternal. When you understand the psychology behind these tests, you realize they're less about her and more about you. They're opportunities to showcase your emotional control and unwavering confidence. A man who keeps his composure projects power, and power is magnetic. As Seneca said, "He who is brave is free." The man who masters his emotions becomes untouchable, free from the grip of insecurity. Testing isn't just about her comfort, it's about your growth. The Stoic man sees challenges as stepping stones to greatness. He doesn't fear discomfort, he embraces it. The more you're tested, the stronger you become. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, fire feeds on obstacles. Our actions may be impeded, but there can be no impeding our intentions or dispositions. So the next time she pushes your buttons, remember, you're being forged, not attacked. Treat her tests as the weight that builds your muscle. Respond with grace, lead with strength, and let her see the depth of your character. When you do, she won't just respect you, she'll admire you. And admiration, unlike fleeting attraction, is the foundation of something far greater. We'd love to hear your thoughts. How do you handle tests and challenges in relationships? Don't hesitate to share your experiences or insights in the comments below. If nothing comes to mind, just drop this powerful reminder. Strength is forged in the fire. Like, subscribe, and join us at Stoic Wisdom by Zeno for more transformative insights. Let's grow stronger together. Lesson 2. The silent law of nature. Why she chooses him over you. Why do some men effortlessly capture a woman's attention while others fade into the background like shadows at sunset? The answer lies in the unspoken law of nature. Women are drawn to strength, certainty, and a life that moves with purpose. And no, this has nothing to do with looks or wealth. It's about the man who understands his intrinsic value and refuses to chase or crumble for validation. As Zeno of Citium, the father of Stoicism, once said, "Man conquers the world by conquering himself." Attraction is not a favor bestowed upon you. It is earned by the energy you radiate. Hypergamy, the instinctual drive in women to seek a man of higher value, is not an insult, nor a trick of modern culture. It is nature's design, as ancient as fire. To resent it is to fight the tides. Instead, align yourself with it. When a woman chooses a man, she isn't just choosing a companion, she's choosing security, growth, and leadership. Ask yourself, are you a man she can lean on, or one she has to drag forward? A woman doesn't consciously evaluate your paycheck or your biceps. What she measures is your frame, the psychological structure that holds your life together. Are you calm under pressure, or do you crack like glass at the first sign of stress? Marcus Aurelius advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Women instinctively gravitate toward a man who embodies this wisdom. They want the captain of a ship who can weather storms without losing direction. Let's strip away the illusions. Hypergamy doesn't mean women are gold diggers or opportunists. It's their evolutionary compass. Think of a queen choosing a king. Does she select the court jester who seeks her favor through cheap tricks and empty words? Or does she stand by the one who exudes quiet power, who commands respect without demanding it? This quiet power is rooted in your ability to improve yourself. Many men stagnate, expecting the world to appreciate them as they are. But stagnation is the enemy of attraction. Growth is magnetic. A tree that grows tall and strong invites admiration. A tree that withers is ignored. Are you growing or are you decaying? This is the question that defines your life and, by extension, your relationships. But here's the paradox. The moment you focus solely on impressing women, you lose your power. Women don't want to be your goal. They want to be part of the life you're building. Your purpose must extend beyond fleeting approval. Find your mission, the thing that gets you out of bed with fire in your chest. If you chase women, they will run. If you chase your purpose, they will follow. Still, you may wonder, why does it feel unfair? Why can't I just be myself? Because nature doesn't reward comfort. Comfort breeds weakness, and weakness breeds insignificance. You can be yourself, so long as yourself is a man of strength and ambition. If you cling to mediocrity, don't be surprised when the world overlooks you. The choice is yours. Understand this. A woman's respect is the foundation of her attraction, and respect cannot exist without strength. Strength of mind, strength of will, and strength of purpose. When a woman tests you, pulls away, or challenges your resolve, she is asking one question: can you handle me? If your answer is desperation, neediness, or insecurity, she'll find someone who can. But if your answer is calm confidence, she will stay. The answer to why she chooses him over you isn't complicated. It's written in your actions, your mindset, and your ability to lead yourself before you lead anyone else. As Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The challenges you face, even in relationships, are your training ground. Use them to build yourself into a man who attracts effortlessly, not because he seeks it, but because he embodies it. You don't need to chase what is meant to follow. Focus not on pleasing others, but on becoming unshakable. The world respects a man who walks his path with purpose, and in the end, so will she. Lesson 3. Confidence, the crown you must wear. Why does confidence reign supreme? Why do some men, seemingly average in every way, walk into a room and command attention, while others fade into the background, no matter how hard they try? The answer lies not in wealth, looks, or status, but in something intangible yet undeniably magnetic: confidence. Confidence is the invisible crown that only the worthy wear. It's not loud or boastful. It's steady, like a mountain that has weathered centuries of storms and still stands unshaken. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Confidence is not just the armor you wear. It's the calm warrior within who knows he can face anything. Consider this. 2 men walk into a gathering. One slouches, fumbles with his phone, and avoids eye contact, hoping someone will save him from his insecurities. The other strides in with purpose, shoulders back, his gaze firm yet relaxed, greeting people with warmth but never desperation. He doesn't need the room's approval. He owns his space. Which man do you think the world notices? Confidence, like fire, draws people closer, but only when it burns steady and controlled. But here's where most stumble. They think confidence is arrogance. It's not. True confidence is quiet, but undeniable. Arrogance shouts to hide insecurity, while confidence whispers because it knows its value. As Zeno of Citium, the father of Stoicism, taught, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen twice as much as we speak." Confidence is about listening to your inner worth, not seeking validation from others. You might wonder, what if I don't feel confident? How do I fake it until I make it? Stop right there. Confidence isn't a mask you wear, it's a muscle you build. Each time you face fear and act anyway, that muscle strengthens. Confidence isn't the absence of fear, it's the mastery of it. A lion doesn't roar to prove its strength. It roars because it knows it has it. Dark psychology teaches us that the world preys on the uncertain. A man unsure of his value is like a wounded deer in a forest of wolves, easy to manipulate, control, and discard. Confidence is your shield against that. When you know your worth, you become untouchable. A man rooted in his own value is a fortress, unshaken by the opinions or whims of others. But how do you develop this fortress of confidence? Start by mastering yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Build habits that reinforce self-respect. Dress well, not for others, but because a polished exterior reflects a disciplined mind. Speak with purpose, not to impress, but to express. Improve your skills and knowledge because competence fuels confidence. And remember this, confidence isn't loud. It doesn't beg to be noticed or demand applause. It's the man who walks into a chaotic room and brings order with his calm energy. It's the man who doesn't flinch under pressure, who meets a challenge with the unshaken belief that he will either win or learn. Confidence doesn't need to be announced, it is felt. Some might say, but why should I bother? Why should I try to exude confidence just to attract others? The answer is simple. You're not doing it for them. Confidence is the foundation of everything else in your life. It's not just about relationships, it's about how you approach your career, friendships, and challenges. A man without confidence is like a sword without a blade, blunt, ineffective, and easily discarded. The paradox of confidence is that the less you seek approval, the more it finds you. When you stop chasing validation, you radiate self-assurance. As the ancient Stoics believed, true power lies in self-mastery. The world bends to the man who doesn't bend to it. So, wear your confidence like a crown, not because you seek the throne, but because you know you were born to stand tall. Lead with calm assurance, and the world, like iron to a magnet, will gravitate to your strength. Confidence isn't just an asset, it's your essence. Own it, and you'll own the world. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We value your voice and want to hear from you. Don't hesitate. Your perspective matters more than you think. If you're unsure what to say, just type, "Confidence is my crown, and I'm ready to wear it." And don't forget to like and subscribe to Stoic Wisdom by Zeno for more life-changing insights. Lesson 4. Steel your soul, the calm within the chaos. Mastery of emotions isn't just a skill, it's a weapon, a shield, and a throne. Without it, you're a puppet to the winds of chaos, flailing as life pulls your strings. With it, you are unshakable, an oak standing tall against the fiercest storm. This is Stoicism in action, not as a dusty philosophy, but as a battle-tested mindset for men who refuse to kneel to the world's whims. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The strength he speaks of is rare and irresistible. Let's confront a universal truth. Women are emotional by nature. Their emotions rise and fall like waves, unpredictable and intense. It's not a flaw, it's an instinct. But if you let their storms pull you under, you're not her equal, you're her casualty. She wants the man who stands as her lighthouse, guiding her safely while never succumbing to the tide. When she throws tests your way, canceling plans, acting distant, or making cutting remarks, She isn't looking to break you. She's looking for proof. Proof that you are the man you claim to be, the fortress that remains standing. Why does this matter? Because emotional control signals dominance, not over others, but over yourself. A man who cannot master his own emotions will be mastered by the world. Picture this. She cancels plans last minute. Most men spiral, texting incessantly, demanding explanations, or sulking. Each action screams dependency and insecurity. Contrast this with the man who replies with calm indifference, "No worries. Let me know when you're free." He doesn't grovel because his peace doesn't hinge on her availability. That's power. That's Stoicism. Here's where Stoic philosophy meets dark psychology. Emotions are leverage. The person who controls their emotions holds the reins in every interaction. As Zeno, the father of Stoicism, observed, "Man conquers the world by conquering himself." If you react impulsively, you hand over that control. Your anger, neediness, or frustration becomes a tool in someone else's hands. But if you remain calm, collected, and strategic, you become untouchable. Her tests, her storms, her doubts, they lose their power because they cannot pierce your armor. Many men wonder, does staying calm mean I should tolerate disrespect? Absolutely not. Stoicism isn't about being a doormat. It's about wielding authority with grace. Imagine a king whose castle is under siege. Does he scream orders, flail his sword wildly, or beg for mercy? He commands his forces with precision, making calculated moves that secure victory. The same applies to your emotional control. When she crosses a line, you enforce your boundaries, not with anger, but with quiet strength. I value my time, and I'd appreciate it if we stick to our plans next time. A simple statement, but one that reaffirms your standards without sacrificing your composure. Stoicism is also the antidote to rejection. Many fear it, but rejection is life's test of your resilience. A man tethered to external validation collapses under its weight. A Stoic man sees rejection for what it is, a moment, not a verdict. He doesn't chase after what isn't his. He moves forward, unshaken, knowing his value isn't defined by someone else's opinion. This principle extends beyond women. The man who masters Stoicism becomes a fortress in every aspect of life: work, friendships, ambitions. When chaos swirls, he thrives because he's rooted in what he can control, himself. He becomes the eye of the storm, serene while others are consumed. So, the next time emotions rise within you, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, what would a man of steel do? Would he lash out or remain composed? Would he falter or stand tall? The choice is yours, and it's a choice that defines you. Be the calm within the chaos, the man others look to when their worlds crumble. Not for them, for yourself. For as Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Choose strength, calm, and mastery, and the world will reflect it back to you. Lesson 5. Cool as a cucumber, the power of indifference. Indifference is not apathy, it's power. It's the ability to walk away from what doesn't serve you without looking back and without letting it disrupt your inner peace. To be indifferent is to hold the reins of your own life tightly, never allowing another's actions or lack of action to dictate your worth. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. At this stage, you might wonder, does indifference mean I stop caring? Won't she think I don't value her? The truth is, indifference doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough about yourself to not crumble in the face of rejection or unpredictability. Think of a bonfire in the middle of a windy desert. The winds rage, the sands shift, but the fire burns on, steady and unbothered. That's the essence of indifference: to burn brightly, regardless of external chaos. In relationships, indifference translates to an unshakable self-assurance. It's a man who doesn't flinch when she pulls back, doesn't spiral when texts go unanswered, and doesn't chase when distance creeps in. It's not a game. It's knowing your value is innate, not granted by someone else's attention. As Zeno, the father of Stoicism, would remind us, man conquers the world by conquering himself. Let's break a myth. Women don't lose interest because you're indifferent. They lose interest because you're desperate. When you cling, you suffocate. When you panic, you repel. Indifference is not coldness, it's control. It's the quiet, magnetic pull of a man who knows he's the prize. Picture the lion lounging in the sun, calm and commanding, while lesser creatures scurry for scraps. Women are wired to respect the lion, not the scavenger. Still skeptical? Ask yourself, when has chasing ever worked? Desperation kills attraction. Indifference, on the other hand, creates an aura of mystery and strength that women find irresistible. Why? Because it signals you're a man who has options, a man who values his time and won't compromise his standards for fleeting attention. In the words of Aurelius, a man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. But how do you cultivate indifference? Start by shifting your focus inward. Too many men revolve their lives around others, seeking validation like moths chasing a flame. The Stoic man, however, builds his fire within. He pours his energy into his goals, his growth, and his purpose. When your life is full and fulfilling, you naturally become indifferent to external drama. You don't chase because you're too busy building. Dark psychology teaches us a vital truth. People value what they must work to attain. If you make yourself overly available, you cheapen your presence. Indifference restores your worth by showing that your life doesn't depend on anyone else's approval. It's not about playing hard to get. It's about genuinely being hard to get, because you're focused on things that truly matter. Imagine this scenario. She starts pulling back, responding less, or acting distant. The average man panics. He floods her phone with messages, asks if he's done something wrong, and bends over backward to win her back. This approach screams insecurity and pushes her further away. The Stoic man, on the other hand, notices but doesn't react. He continues with his life, focused on his mission, leaving space for her to return when she's ready. His calmness says, "I value you, but I don't depend on you." Here's the paradox. The less you chase, the more they pursue. Indifference is a magnet, pulling others toward you because it exudes confidence and self-respect. As the Roman philosopher Seneca put it, if you want her to follow, stop leading. Indifference is liberation. It's freedom from the chains of neediness and overthinking. It's the ability to walk into any situation knowing you'll be fine, no matter the outcome. It's not about making her chase you. It's about being so whole in yourself that chasing you becomes the only logical choice. So, stop worrying if she'll leave. Instead, ask yourself if you're living a life so full, so purposeful, that anyone who enters it feels lucky to be part of your story. That's the power of indifference. It's not just a strategy, it's a way of life. Lesson 6. The anchor in the storm. Emotional strength that wins hearts and minds. What separates a man who commands respect from one who fades into the background? It isn't charm, wealth, or looks. It's emotional fortitude. Emotional control is the fortress of a high-value man, and without it, you're a house built on sand, vulnerable to the shifting tides of others' moods and whims. Think of life as a tempestuous sea. Most men drift like aimless boats, tossed around by waves of insecurity, fear, and desire. But a Stoic man, one who truly understands his value, is the anchor that holds steady, no matter how ferocious the storm. Women are drawn to this stability, not because they're chaotic, but because they instinctively seek a harbor where they can feel safe to express themselves. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, said Marcus Aurelius. The man who embodies this truth becomes irresistible. Modern advice tells you to open up and share everything. While vulnerability has its place, it is not the cornerstone of attraction. Women respect men who can hold their own, even when the world around them feels like it's falling apart. When you lose yourself in emotional outbursts or needy behavior, you don't just lose her respect, you lose your own. Respect and attraction are forged in the fire of control, not in the ashes of chaos. But here's the question you might ask. Does this mean I should hide my emotions, become a stone wall? Not at all. Stoicism isn't the absence of feeling, it's the mastery of it. As Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, taught, man conquers the world by conquering himself. Emotional strength means knowing when to feel and when to act, distinguishing between a fleeting impulse and a principle worth defending. Imagine this scenario. She cancels plans last minute. Most men panic. They send rapid-fire texts asking if she's upset or if they did something wrong. This behavior screams insecurity, and insecurity repels. Now picture the Stoic man. He notices her withdrawal but remains unshaken. He sends a calm message, "No problem, let me know when you're free next," and carries on with his day. His calmness is magnetic. It shows he values her, but not at the cost of his own dignity. Why does this work? Because at her core, she's not testing you to hurt you. She's seeking reassurance that you're unbreakable. Women are drawn to strength like fire is drawn to oxygen. By remaining centered, you show her that you're not swayed by every shift in her mood. You don't need to convince her with words. Your actions and emotional control speak volumes. Still, some men wonder, why do I need to be the anchor? Shouldn't she meet me halfway? The truth is, relationships are not transactions, they're dynamics. Women are biologically and emotionally wired to seek stability in a partner. That doesn't make them weak, it makes them human. The Stoic man doesn't see this as a burden, but as an opportunity to lead. His strength isn't about controlling her, it's about mastering himself so thoroughly that she trusts him with her vulnerability. Here's another perspective. Think of yourself as the captain of a ship. If you lose your head every time the wind shifts or a storm brews, your crew will lose faith. The same applies in relationships. When you keep a steady hand on the wheel, she feels secure enough to express her emotions fully, knowing you won't be swept away with her. To build this emotional strength, start small. Next time you feel anger or anxiety bubbling up, pause, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this reaction driven by principle, or am I just reacting to circumstances beyond my control? As you practice, you'll find that emotional control becomes second nature. It's a skill, a muscle you build with time and intention. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Your thoughts determine your emotional strength. Shift from a mindset of reaction to one of resilience, and watch how the world changes in response. When you master emotional strength, you don't just win a woman's respect, you command her desire. You become the man who doesn't just weather the storm, but thrives in it. And in a world where most men are drifting, you'll stand out as the anchor she can't help but hold on to. Share your thoughts about this technique in the comments below. Don't hesitate, your voice matters here. Like and subscribe to our channel, Stoic Wisdom by Zeno, for more insights. If you're unsure what to say, simply comment, "I am the anchor in the storm." Let's hear your perspective. Lesson 7. Be her harbor in the storm. In a world where emotions swirl like unrelenting winds, most men fail to understand a simple truth. A woman doesn't need you to mirror her chaos. She needs you to withstand it. When life feels like a storm battering her ship, she is searching for a harbor, steady, unmoving, and safe. If you want to connect with a woman deeply, You must become her emotional sanctuary, not an echo of her turmoil. But what does it mean to provide emotional safety? It's not about being her therapist, solving her problems, or offering endless reassurances. It's about embodying strength, stability, and consistency. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. If you crumble under pressure, if you let her emotions pull you into their tide, you are not leading, you are drowning alongside her." Let's address the question lingering in your mind. What if I'm overwhelmed by her emotions? How can I stay steady? The answer lies in Stoicism. Like a mountain weathering fierce winds, you must remain rooted in your values, calm in your demeanor, and unshaken by what you cannot control. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, taught that peace comes not from avoiding challenges, but from mastering our responses to them. If you can master your emotions, you can master hers too, without even saying a word. Consider this. A woman comes home from work, venting about an infuriating colleague. Many men instinctively leap to offer solutions, or worse, dismiss her concerns. Both approaches fail. One makes her feel unheard, the other makes her feel dismissed. Instead, embody the Stoic's way. Simply listen and acknowledge her feelings. That sounds frustrating. I can see why you're upset. These words, spoken with calm empathy, are not a fix. They are a foundation. They signal, I'm here, I'm steady, I'm unshaken. But there's more. Emotional safety isn't just built through words, it's built through actions and consistency. A woman is like a detective, constantly watching for cracks in your reliability. Are you dependable one day and distant the next? Do your actions match your promises? If not, trust begins to erode. And where there is no trust, there is no safety. Remember Marcus Aurelius again. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Imagine you're the captain of a ship. She is watching how you navigate storms, from small inconveniences to life's greatest tempests. If you lash out in anger at the smallest disruption or retreat into silence when the seas get rough, she will lose faith in your leadership. But if you steer with a steady hand, unbothered by the chaos around you, she will trust you to guide her through anything. Emotional safety also means setting boundaries. This might seem counterintuitive, but consider this. If you allow her emotions to dictate your every move, you become a puppet, not a partner. True safety comes from strength. As Epictetus said, no man is free who is not master of himself. If she constantly cancels plans or pushes your limits, calmly but firmly assert your boundaries. Say, I value my time and I'd like us to stick to our commitments. This isn't control, it's respect, for yourself and for her. Rejection of boundaries signals weakness. Strengthening them signals respect. Over time, this steadiness creates a paradox. The more grounded you are, the more she will feel free to express herself fully. When she knows she can be vulnerable without the fear of overwhelming you, a deeper connection forms, one rooted in admiration and trust. Still, you may wonder, isn't being this steady exhausting? No, it's liberating. By focusing only on what you can control, your actions, your words, your emotions, you free yourself from the burden of fixing her world. As Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, you have the power to rise above distractions and hold fast to what is right. When you master emotional safety, you become more than just a partner. You become an anchor. And anchors are what hold ships together in the wildest seas. Lesson 8. Keep them guessing. The flame of mystery never dies. Predictability is the deathbed of attraction. When a woman knows every move you'll make before you make it, the fire dims and the spark fades. Mystery isn't a cheap trick. It's the art of maintaining intrigue, the essence of being dynamic and unknowable. As Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, wisely noted, the goal of life is living in agreement with nature, and nature is anything but predictable. Nature shifts, evolves, and always keeps you guessing. To captivate her soul, you must embody this principle. Let's dispel the myth. Mystery isn't about lying or hiding parts of yourself. It's about cultivating a life so rich, so full of purpose and depth, that not even those closest to you can completely grasp its entirety. Think of a mountain cloaked in mist, the summit visible yet shrouded in intrigue. The more one gazes, the more they yearn to uncover its hidden beauty. You are the mountain, and your life is the mist. But you might ask, won't being mysterious make me seem detached? The opposite is true. Mystery isn't about emotional unavailability, it's about leaving room for curiosity. When you reveal everything too soon, you rob her of the joy of discovery. Marcus Aurelius advised, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Let your thoughts remain vivid, complex, and ever-changing. When she thinks she knows you, surprise her with a new layer, a fresh perspective, or an unexpected pursuit. This isn't manipulation, it's growth. Here's another question. Why does mystery work so well? The answer lies in human psychology. People value what they cannot fully possess. When a woman feels she has uncovered every aspect of you, she may appreciate your honesty, but lose her hunger for you. The hunter seeks the chase, not the cage. Keep her pursuit alive by being a man she can admire, but never fully own. Mystery fuels desire because it taps into the primal need to uncover the unknown. Picture this. You've been dating for a few weeks, and she asks about your weekend plans. A predictable man would lay out every detail, the errands, the gym, the dinner with friends. But a man who understands the power of mystery smiles and says, I've got a few things lined up. Let's just say it'll be interesting. In that moment, her mind races. What are you doing? Who are you meeting? The unknown becomes intoxicating. The Stoics believed in balancing opposites, action and contemplation, stillness and movement. Apply this wisdom to your relationships. Keep a balance between being open enough to connect and guarded enough to intrigue. Offer glimpses of your world, but not the whole map. Let her earn your stories, your thoughts, your plans. She will value what isn't freely given. You might wonder, won't she lose interest if I don't reveal more? The answer lies in your actions. Mystery must be paired with purpose. A man of mystery without substance is a magician with no tricks, a hollow figure. However, when your life is rich with ambition, hobbies and goals, mystery becomes irresistible. It's not about withholding, it's about living so fully that there's always something new for her to discover. Remember, mystery doesn't mean deception or games. It's about being multidimensional, unpredictable in your growth, and steadfast in your values. One day, you're discussing philosophy over coffee. The next, you're planning a spontaneous weekend trip. It's not about keeping her in the dark, but showing her there's always more light to reveal. Marcus Aurelius urged, dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them. Live like the stars, visible yet infinite, always out of reach yet close enough to inspire awe. Let her see that you are a man who evolves, who grows, who cannot be contained by any single label or moment. When she believes she knows you, surprise her, not to deceive, but to remind her that life with you is an unfolding story, not a finished book. Mystery, when rooted in truth and purpose, isn't just a strategy, it's a philosophy. It's about embodying the eternal question, who is this man and what marvels does he hold? When you master this, you'll never be forgotten, for you've become the one thing no one can resist, unforgettable. Conclusion. The journey to becoming a high-value man is not about tricks, shortcuts, or impressing others. It's about transformation. It's about living a life so full of purpose, strength, and depth that respect and attraction follow naturally. When you master your emotions, cultivate confidence, and embrace the balance of mystery and stability, you elevate yourself beyond the ordinary. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Focus on growing, leading, and building a life you're proud of. This is your call to action. Stop chasing approval and start living as the man you were born to be. Remember, the world doesn't reward those who beg for respect. It bows to those who demand it through their actions and presence. If this content resonated with you, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights on mastering relationships, Stoicism, and personal growth. Your voice matters. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What lessons stood out to you? What topics would you like us to explore next? Start today. Make your move. Evolve into the man who inspires admiration and commands respect. We're here to guide you every step of the way. Welcome back, the followers of Stoic Wisdom by Zeno.